Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to pack and ship items like a boss. How to ship items as a beginner on eBay. If you want to experience eBay seller, these tips might not help you, but if you are a new eBay seller, these tips will definitely help you. And to master the art of shipping. And if you're shipping items in bulk mailers or poly bags or paper mailers, some of these tips may not apply to you, but if you're shipping in a box, all these tips will apply to you. Most of these tips will apply to you, even if you're not shipping in boxes. And that would just be nice to know when you do ship items in a box. So let's get into it. So the first tip is always use weight fill when shipping in boxes. Whether that's air packs, packing paper, or peanuts. Peanuts can be pretty expensive when you first start out, or just in general. So what I like to do is I like to use packing paper of white fill. What that does is, what I use is I put the item in, and it might be wrapped in bubble wrap, it might not be, depending on the item. Depending on if it's a fragile breakable item, I wrap in bubble wrap. If it's not fragile breakable, I just don't wrap in bubble wrap. What I do is I put the item in, then I put packing paper on all four sides. What I do is I pack the packing paper tight enough so that the item can't move around, but loose enough so that if it does move around, it can be used as like a shock absorber. The paper can be used as a shock absorber. It's not crushed as much, crinkled super much, then we use a shock absorber. It's tight enough so that it can't move around. So you can kind of find the right balance. But once just keep the same consistency throughout, you can have no problems. And I'm sure I'm safe and sound. You sold to the buyer. Tip number 2 is always use bubble wrap when shipping fragile and breakable items. Glass items, anything that can break, is breakable. Why? Well, because if you ship glass without bubble wrap, it can just get easily tossed around. If it moves around and breaks, it's going to be shattered in pieces. This way, the impact can be absorbed by the bubble wrap, and then the impact can be absorbed by the packing paper and the bubble wrap if it drops. This way, you have double impact instead of single impact. Tip number 3 is always use USPS for shipping, unless you're shipping something that's oversized or heavy. And why I say that, because you can use USPS first class for items under a pound. For items that weigh about ounce to 4 ounces will cost the same. Items 5 to 8 ounces will cost the same. From 5 to 8, there will be a price increase, but 5 to 8, no matter if it's 5 ounces, 6 ounces, 7 ounces, or 8 ounces, it'll be the same price. And items costing 9 and 12 cost the same. We will increase from 5 to 8, but it'll be 9 to 12 zone, and 13 a pound. It'll be about the same. And it'll be about 3 to about $5.50, give or take. Price. And like I said, items cost first class items will cost between $3 and $5.50 to ship. Or it might be a little more than $5.50, but it's about $5.50 in high end. And that's pretty reasonable. Especially with UPS rates being like $8, $9, $10. And their UPS rates are calculated based on size and dimensions. So it's kind of nice to have reasonable shipping. It's not factored on like dimensions, just factored based on weight-based shipping prices. So yeah. And you can also use priority mail for items that are over a pound. Why I like to use priority mail is because it's cheaper. Most of the time it's cheaper than UPS, especially if you can fit in like a flat rate box, or like a flat rate box, because you can use small flat rates, medium flat rates, large flat rates, pad flat rates, large legal flat rates, and regular flat rate envelopes. And basically the rule is it's 70 pounds or under, if it fits in there, you can ship it. And you can ship it at like a one flat rate basically means it's one rate. So it costs the same price. If you're shipping a large flat rate, it's $18.73. Anywhere in the country, it could be like 10 miles away from you, or it could be going to Hawaii. Costs the same. That's also a benefit using flat rate. And if you're shipping heavy items or oversized, I always use UPS or FedEx, whatever's cheaper. Before, I was only able to like earlier this year, like January, like February about, I was able to use only use FedEx for my big items, which is fine. I didn't really have a lot of heavy items that were like going FedEx, like oversized or heavy items, and like oversized being like over like a cubic foot. Because if it's over a cubic foot, it's gonna be way cheaper to ship at UPS or FedEx. Because that's what their game is. They capitalize on the shipping heavy and big items. USPS's game is doing like the smaller, lightweight items. Because a lot of times mail carriers use on personal vehicles, or they use like the weight mail trucks, and you can't fit like big items in there. And they have to make more trips. Without using, you have to have more trips. Another tip is always upload tracking. If you don't upload tracking your customers, because your customers want to know your items. I know I do. I don't check my items check my items probably about every day, see where they are. Because I want my item here now. I mean, I'm reasonable. I understand that the post offices or wherever carrier the shipping might have a few delays in shipping. It's not my fault or the seller's fault, but I just like to know where my aim is, and if I can check it anytime I want, see when it's coming. And yeah, and because if you don't upload tracking, I mean, you're gonna feel that in your sales, because buyers don't like to wait for items. I know I don't, and I know you don't. So always upload that tracking. And tip number 6 is ship as soon as you can. I have 2-day handling, but the only reason I have 2-day handling is for when I ship FedEx and UPS items. Because sometimes I don't, because I was like, because my FedEx and UPS is like 15 miles away. So I want to drive 15 miles for maybe one package. So I like to wait till I have multiple packages. But USPS is like a mile or two away from me, so I will go up to my local post office and ship, no problem, every day. But it's the only reason. But if you have because 2-day handling kind of can be reasonable, but if you have over like 3-day handling, 4-day handling, 5-day handling, like super long handling times, buyers don't want that. They want to get their items quick because they don't have to wait for their item. And the handling time is basically how long you're in the item. Well, dropped off at the local UPS or FedEx or USPS. So always make sure your items get there fast to the post office or UPS or FedEx. Not like fast to your buyer. Just drop them off as soon as you can. And another tip is, if you're unsure of what method to ship in, you can always upgrade your shipping method. Sometimes I've done that. If it's like an expensive item, definitely go for the upgraded shipping. If it's expensive, it could go first class, upgrade it, pay the extra few bucks, and or priority mail. Your buyers will thank you for it. Instead of go first class, spend the extra few bucks and go priority mail. Buyers will thank you for it and arrive there a couple days sooner. And also, if you're doing stuff, that'll be about it. That's really the only tips I have for you. So, until next time, everybody, please take care, everyone, and make sure to use these tips when shipping, because your buyers will thank you for it. And You went over to pay with customers. Because I have 18 followers on eBay. Some of that is due to what I sell on eBay. I've been selling eBay. Like small engine, like copycat lawnmower parts from old copycat lawnmower parts and stuff like that. But for most small engine shop out. But, you know what? I have had followers from before when I've shipped like other miscellaneous things like books and stuff like that and just other stuff. So, so if you have good items and you get offer good service, people come back and you repeat buyers to me. I've had a few repeat buyers in the past, and probably have repeat buyers that I don't even know of. I don't remember. So it'll reward you in the end. So until next time, everybody, take care, everybody, and like the money on eBay. Use tips to barrier shipping, and you can make sure you don't have to refund as much, because if you have an item that's expensive, you don't want to have to refund their money back. You don't want to have to refund their money. I mean, sure, you can take a return. If you have to refund their money by a return, that's different. But you don't have to refund their money because, like, the item broke in shipping, and you don't want to have the return it because you can't ship it because you can't resell it if you get a return. So you don't want it. So this will knock down your refunds without getting the item back, because due to like the item breaking or in shipping. So until next time, take care, and use these tips next time you're shipping. That'll really benefit you. So next time, take care.